The ministers of Zoan are utter fools. The wisest of Pharaoh's advisors give absurd counsel. Who are the ministers of Zoan? They're the leaders of Egypt. And who is Egypt in Isaiah's timeline for the last days? It's America. Zoan was the capital of Egypt. It was where Moses performed some of his greatest miracles. In Isaiah's day, Egypt was still a great power, but it had devolved into corruption and internal warfare. Its leaders were turning truth and common sense upside down, leading to it eventually being conquered by Assyria. These ministers of Zoan, in spite of their continual failures, however, believed they were wiser than their first rulers. They thought they were wiser than their founding fathers. Today's Egypt, today's great superpower, is America. And as Isaiah predicts, its leaders too will consider themselves wiser than their founding fathers. They'll turn truth upside down and common sense on its head. Now, some of us may think this has already happened, but as Isaiah makes clear in his timeline, things are only going to get worse. In the day of the Lord of hosts, destructions will come, both natural and man-made, and those destructions will cause nearly everything in the promised land to turn upside down. The rich will become poor, and some poor will become quite powerful. But these new leaders, like many of the old, will be just as foolish as Egypt's leaders were in Isaiah's day. So Isaiah challenges them. If your wise men are so wise, have them reveal what God has in mind for the nation. The leaders, of course, will have no idea. Some of them will think the nation will rise to even greater heights. Some will think it'll wake up and cleave to a new, absurd morality. And some will want to tear the whole thing down and rebuild it in their own perverse image. They will not know the truth. Not one of them will know the future as revealed by God. The ministers of Zoan have been foolish and deluded, Isaiah says. The heads of state have led Egypt astray. In the very last days, the leaders of Egypt will lead the nation astray, and many will be deceived. Isaiah qualifies this. He says, "The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit." A perverse spirit has already mingled in the midst thereof. Yes, things are bad, but they're going to get much worse. In fact, according to Isaiah's timeline, we haven't seen anything yet. And he adds that they can do nothing to stop it. All are helpless, he says, the head and the tail, the noble palm branch and the lowly reed. In that day the Egyptians will be as weak as women. They will cower in fear beneath the upraised fist of the Lord. As Isaiah says, the people of this divided nation will fight among themselves and become weak. And eventually, they'll cower in fear beneath the upraised fist of the Lord. And who is the fist of the Lord? Just like it was anciently, it'll be the Assyrian, an antichrist who will raise up a vast army. But then, a phenomenal new power will arise in the land, the people of Zion. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Every one that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. The land of Judah, which lay between Egypt and Assyria, is used as a metaphor here for the land of Zion. Remember, Isaiah used the word Judah as a metaphor for the covenant people of the last days, when he said that they'll come forth out of the waters of Judah, or out of the waters of baptism. These are covenant people who will make themselves holy and arm themselves with righteousness and with the power of God in great glory. And the terror, that's the word the Lord uses, the terror of this people will be legendary. The Lord says, "And all nations shall be afraid because of the terror of the Lord and the power of his might." The Lord said he'll make a full end of all nations. But before this nation is replaced by Zion, its leadership will become corrupt and infected with the perverse spirit. And as a result, the leaders themselves will become utter fools. Next time, we'll see the rise of that great city in Zion, the New Jerusalem. I'm Curtis Taylor with the Words of Isaiah.